Hey guys, I'm Scott with Trail Power, and today I want to talk to you about a new product we have available on trailpower.com, and it is the HULKMAN Jump Pack. This is a 12-volt lithium jump starter that you can keep in the trunk of your car or in the back of your rig, and these are pretty awesome. So this is something that we use personally, and so we wanted to make sure that we had it available for you on the website. This is what the package looks like. You can see it's kind of nicely put together. This is a pretty beefy jump pack. If you've used any small ones like this, you know these can be hit or miss on if they're going to start your rig, especially if you have a V8 or a big V6 in them. And so I don't trust these to start my trucks. I do trust this, and so that's why we put it up on the website. So if you know Trail Power, you know that this is not a sponsored video. This is not something that was given to us. This is something we purchased with our own money for our own rig. And when we find something we like, we curate it together and put it up on our website so you can find it there and purchase it at trailpower.com. There's also links below that you can purchase this on Amazon using our links, and that helps us keep making these videos. So let me tell you a little bit about why we like this and why we put this in our own personal vehicles. So we've tried, like I said, a number of jump packs. These are a couple of them that we've tried. This is one we keep in my wife's Subaru at the moment. It will start her Subaru if the battery's not too low, but if it's super low, it's not going to do anything. This one, the same thing. I bought this one because it was big and beefy and expensive, and it died on me after a couple years and only using it one time. A couple of the things you want to look for in a jump pack. You want to look for something that has enough cranking amps to start your rig. So if you've got a big V8, if you've got a truck or an SUV, something like that, don't count on a puny little jump pack like this. Keep jumper cables in your car, if nothing else. But another thing you'll find with jump packs is like these is that they're too smart for their own good. Both of these have a feature that is supposed to protect you. They're dummy proof, and basically they don't allow any current to leave the device if it doesn't detect a battery attached. So you attach this to your dead battery, you turn it on, nothing happens. Why doesn't it happen? Because this doesn't think that there is a battery attached to it, and so it won't let any current go and start your car. So just when you need it most, these things are going to fail you. And it's incredibly frustrating when you counted on these. I actually was way out in the middle of the desert, and I came across a guy in a Suburban who was stranded. His battery had died. One of his kids had left a dome light on overnight. And when he came in the morning, it barely even clicked. And so I said, hey, no problem. I've got this brand new jump pack in my car. Let me hook it up for you. I don't have any jumper cables, but tried to hook this up. It did nothing. Did nothing because it didn't detect his battery. If your battery is so dead that this thing doesn't detect it, this might as well be a brick. And so I always end up carrying jumper cables with me now as well. That's where the HULKMAN comes into play. The HULKMAN is a big 20,000 milliamp hour, 77 watt hour battery. It says it's rated for 8.5 liter gas engines, 6 liter diesels, etc. But it's a big battery, and it has something that's super important in it. It has an override. So you can override the dummy proof mode and say, yes, I know the battery's dead. Go ahead and send amperage to it anyway so that I can jump this thing and get home. So to start off with, this HULKMAN comes in this nice molded soft case. This is part of the bundle that we have a link to below. The standard one, just know if you get the standard one on Amazon, it does not come with the case. And so we've included a special link that has the bundle with the case, which is normally sold separately for about 30 bucks. So get the bundle. It's perfect together. But you can see it unzips like this, and then this is what it looks like inside. So here's the battery, and then here's our accessories over here. It has a nice Velcro little flap here, and then we've got good quality cables. And nice connectors. You can see how nice and heavy the weight is on these silicone wires that are here. So they're nice, pliable, flexible wires, not the cheap plasticky ones that you get on a lot of the Chinese-made jump kits. which almost all of them are made in China anyways. And then you can see that these are all copper inside. They're nice, heavy duty clamps for your battery, to clamp onto your battery. And so very cool. The other things you'll find in here is it does have a 12-volt power port. So anything you want to connect to this and that would normally plug into a cigarette lighter, you can do that. And so you can use this as a power pack for those sorts of things. You can also charge your phones and other devices with this, because it has not only a 12-volt power port and not only a USB-A, but it also has a USB-C. On the other end, it has the connections for the battery cables. So we'll go ahead and show you how those connect on here. So these only fit in one way. Has a little flat side on the connector, so you can't screw that up. And here we've got our whole unit. The last piece that's in here is the charger. And the charger is important too. This is actually a 65-watt USB-C charger. So you just plug this into the USB-C port and it'll charge this up. Now we just did a test, and it was amazing because we charged this up from the way it came from the factory. It came with I think 72% charge, and we got this up to 100% charge in just over 15 minutes. So pretty amazing charge rate. And I read through the manual, and it says that it will charge from 0 in an hour about. So an hour to charge this up is pretty amazing. Most small chargers, just to let you know, they come with a little puny charger like this. And so you have this nice battery pack you're excited about, you're going to trust. And then this is the charger, this little puny 15-watt charger. You can tell just by the gauge of cable that this is going to take hours and hours and hours to charge your unit. So you literally can plug this in an hour, you can fully recharge this. And then how long will it hold the charge? Well, it says it'll hold it from 6 months to a year. It is going to, after about 6 months, you might see this drop down. But the nice thing is you have this nice gauge on here. You can see it's at 100% right now. And this will drop down to 99, 98, 97. So you can always at a glance see what the charge is on it. And then you can throw it in your trunk and know that you're going to come back in 6 months or a year and you're still going to be at 97, 98% charge. That's awesome. But I still, recommend check that every few months just to make sure so that when you need it, it's there. The other nice thing is it does have a flashlight built in. So it has a few modes. So it has, your standard mode, and then it has a bright mode, and then it has a strobe mode for emergencies. It even has, I think this is like an SOS mode. Yep, SOS. And then it has a red beacon. So you can set this on the side of the road if you're stranded, and you can make sure that nobody runs into the back of you on the freeway. Also at night, it's nice if you have an emergency and you're trying to be located. So anyway, some nice features there, and I really like this display. It tells you not only the charge percentage, but it also shows you the status, shows you any error codes. Like if you've connected the positive to the negative and the negative to the positive, it'll tell you that with error codes. And then it'll also tell you if it's charging and those sorts of things. So very cool charger. We're pretty excited about putting this in our rig. This is going to replace some of the others that we have tried over the years, because this has plenty of juice for what we need it for. So we're going to take this out. We're going to connect this up to my Raptor so you can see how this does with the big 6.2 liter V8. And once again, you can find this on trailpower.com. You can also find it in the link below with the Amazon links. We get a small piece of any sales that go through Amazon, so we appreciate your support with that. But be sure that you buy the bundle. The bundle comes with a second box like this that has this nice case in it, and the case is well worth it. So we're going to go out to the truck and show you how this runs. Okay guys, we're out in the garage with my Raptor, and we're going to go ahead and do a test start with it. We've got the HULKMAN 85S out here, and we're going to go ahead and hook this up. I've gone ahead and disconnected the battery completely so that you know what this will do. So this is going to simulate the case where you've got a battery that is completely dead, and the smart circuitry doesn't recognize that there's even a battery attached. So we've just completely removed the batteries from the system. So the truck is dead now completely. So we're going to go ahead and hook this up just like we would jumper cables. We're going to put positive to positive, negative to negative. If we accidentally get that wrong, the HULKMAN is going to tell us that. We'll go ahead and hook this up. And Now you see here it says ready because I have it hooked directly to the battery. Now this green that you guys can't see very well from back there, but it says green ready because I've connected it actually to the battery lugs. But we've disconnected the cables, the actual starting system cables from the battery. So now I'm going to hook this to the cable, and what you should see here is nothing. It doesn't recognize that there's a battery attached because there isn't. And so what we're going to do is we're going to press both of these buttons together for 3 seconds. Okay, heard that click. Now it says ready. It's lit up in green as ready. And so the system is ready to start now. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to disconnect my mic for a minute, and we're going to go around and start the truck. Only running on the HULKMAN. Okay, so there you see it started our 6.2 liter V8 in our Raptor with no battery attached. So that would simulate once again as if we had a completely dead battery. Now you don't want to run your vehicle off of this because it will damage it. And so that was just a test to let you see what it will do. Now let's see how much power that used. We came in at 100%. We're still at 97%. So 97% after starting a 6.2 liter V8 Raptor, you can imagine what this thing will do, how many times this will start your more average vehicle, your 4 and 6 cylinders and small V8s. Pretty awesome. So highly recommend the HULKMAN 85S. One of the other things, for you guys that live in cold climates like I do, where it can get down to negative temperatures for several days at a time, some of these jump starters will give you another error if it's cold. So if it's been sitting in your trunk and the battery's effectively frozen, it will give you a no can do right when you need it most, right when you're stranded in a snowstorm and you go to use this thing and it will not work. The HULKMAN has automated circuitry in it, and this is the only jump pack that I have found to date that does this. It has automated circuitry that if it senses that it's too cold to operate, it takes some of its own battery charge and has internal heaters that will warm up the lithium pack and heat up the battery to a point that it can do its massive dump of amps into your starting battery of your truck. So, man, if you have something like this and you're counting on it to work all the time, those are the kinds of features that give you the confidence to carry this instead of jumper cables. And jumper cables are great if you've got friends with you. But if you don't, if you're somewhere up in the mountains and there's nobody with you, jumper cables are going to do nothing for you. Or if you're in a sketchy neighborhood, the last thing you want to do is be going up to a stranger and saying, hey, can you nose your car over here and let me connect my car to it? And if you've ever had jumper cables and you've ever pulled into a parking lot and left your lights on or your radio on, had your car die, what are you supposed to do? You can't even get a car nosed in next to it to jumpstart it because there's cars on both sides of you. So those are all circumstances where this comes in handy. We keep something like this in each of our vehicles, and I recommend this also if you have kids, if you have teenagers especially. This gives you a lot of peace of mind to have something like this in the trunk or under the seat, so that you know that if they ever get in that situation of having sat in the parking lot with the lights on or the radio on for too long and end up with a dead battery, they're not going to be stranded. So highly recommend the HULKMAN 85S. Once again, you can find a link below on Amazon to purchase that, or you can link over to trailpower.com and you can read our blog over there and read more details about some of its features and purchase it there. So thank you guys. Look forward to talking to you again about some of the other products that we've curated together on trailpower.com that'll help you be prepared every day. These are everyday carry essentials, and we're glad to be able to bring them to you. So thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.